So I think we're live. Okay, we're live here. So welcome to SF New Tech's Meet the Pitcher. Good morning. This is Greg Vilora, aka Social Gray on Twitter for SF New Tech and the Nerd Soccer Media Network. Today I'm pleased to talk with Shariq Hamid, CEO at PH Technical Labs, maker of Hot Watch, live from their headquarters in Dallas, Texas. They'll be pitching at our event on 12/11, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. A little bit about Shariq. Shariq, over the last decade, has just been an entrepreneur, and just recently, over the last 2 years, launched PH Technical Labs, and Hot Watch is one of three products that PH Technical Labs has introduced to the market. So, good morning or good afternoon, Shariq. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us on Meet the Pitcher for SF New Tech, live from Dallas.
Good morning, Greg. Thank you for having me.
Well, did you want to add anything about yourself that you want to tell the SF New Tech audience?
Sure. Well, I'm a computer engineer by profession. I started my career with Microsoft about 19 years ago, and since then I've worked with companies like IBM, MCI, EDS, NCR, and PepsiCo. Back in 2002, while I was still working at PepsiCo, I started my another company called FunAsia. It was a small movie theater that I opened in Richardson, Texas, in 2002, and since then it has grown into four theater locations across Texas. I own and operate full-time FM and full-time AM radio stations, a 200-page monthly magazine, and banquet halls across Texas. And I still, you know, uh, operate that business as well, along with PH Technical Labs.
Wow, that's incredible. So you're a media mogul as well as an entrepreneur in the tech area, huh?
I don't know about the media mogul, but I do have some media presence.
Okay, so let's jump in and talk about what you'll be pitching at our December 11th event, SF New Tech at 119 Utah Street in Mighty Nightclub. So talk about how this idea kind of came about to the SF New Tech audience.
See, for Hot Watch,
Yeah, Hot Watch, yeah.
yes. So, see, your cupped hand is a natural amplifier of sound. So we filed an initial patent back in 2010, and the idea was to create something so your hand can be used as a phone receiver when you don't have easy access to your phone. See, most people
Wow.
don't want something hanging to their ear all day long to receive phone calls. So we started with something that can be attached to maybe an existing watch or maybe a bracelet. But then very soon we realized that if we have a screen, then so much more can be achieved along with private call feature. We moved forward based on an innovative patent for biomechanical talk technology as well as gesture control. So this technology clearly sets us apart, sets Hotwatch apart from any other in the market. On top of that, we have a very thin form factor, less than 9 millimeter. We added touch control and seamless and simple user integration with the Hotwatch. No buttons to press or no complex drop-down menus to navigate. Simply swipe or touch control to get where you need to get quickly and efficiently. It's an evolved complementary experience and not a duplication of your smartphone.
Right, right, right. No, no, this is fascinating to me because there's a lot of times where I'm either in a noisy event, I get a call, or I'm somewhere where I just need a little bit of privacy, and this cupped hand feature that you guys had mentioned on your website,
Yeah, so you don't have to access your phone. If your phone is in the bag or in your purse, you can leave it there and simply use your hand as a phone receiver, and the person sitting next to you won't hear it.
I mean, it is natural because I think, in the old school telephones, right, you usually do this, right? Or,
There you go.
I mean,
But with a cell phone these days, you're used to holding your hand like this.
true,
With
true.
hardware, you just don't have a phone to hold.
True. So let's talk more about it. You guys kind of just finished your Kickstarter campaign, and you had a target of about 120K from what I believe on the page, but then you had a stretch goal of 600, which I think you guys exceeded that by about 5 times the 120K goal, right?
That is correct. We exceeded our stretch goal of 600 as well.
So what's the status of the product, and what's going on with it right now?
So we are in production right now. We will ship to our backers next month. We also are taking pre-orders on our website for February delivery. And also, since our Kickstarter campaign launch, we have also announced some other exciting features. Like we have a Gorilla Glass 3. The hot watch will also be 5 ATM water resistant, which is a depth pressure of 50 meters. We have met with significant retail and distribution partners for a wide quarter to roll out to the stores worldwide.
Mm. Well, yeah, and I noticed that I've talked to a lot of people who've done Kickstarter. We've done a lot of interviews on Nerdstalker on Kickstarter projects, but one thing that I see it emerging is not only Kickstarter for really kind of getting funding, but really getting a lot of good ideas from potential consumers of your products. Can you tell a little bit about how maybe Hot Watch has evolved since the start of the Kickstarter campaign?
Absolutely, I think you hit it on the head, and it's exactly true. Not only funding, when you have Kickstarter backers, that's a very focused group which like your product, group which has ordered your product and giving ideas for you to improve that product. So since Kickstarter campaign, the biggest change that we have made is our outside design of the watch. We have some very passionate backers. They were very vocal about the logo on the watch, and they thought that the logo that we have on the watch is not as good as our watches. So we made that change. We heard their voices. We made the change. We changed the logo on the watch. So the look of the watch, I personally also believe, has improved quite a bit. Also, they were very vocal about water resistance. We were always shooting for ATM 3, which means you can wash your hands, go in the rain, but not really take a swim or go in the shower. But our backers were very vocal about it. I personally wouldn't jump in a pool with a watch, but they said they will. So we worked very hard, made some design changes. Now we have some ultrasonic bonding done on the band with the audio module to achieve that, and we are very proud that because of our backers' feedback, now we are 5 ATM rating for the water resistance.
Yeah, and I follow the Japanese market because of my background a lot, and the Casio G-Shock is the classic watch that people want to kick around and use almost on a daily basis, but looks good, and it looks like your watch is kind of like that. I kind of like the styling. It's not only functional, but it actually looks good, and it actually now that you mentioned this 5 ATM rating, it's used in almost any environment now.
Sure, that was the idea to have a watch which looks like a watch and not have some bulky gadget sitting on your wrist. So we built it as a watch. It's less than 9 millimeter. It looks like a watch. And it is a smart watch which with a lot of cool features.
Oh, that's good. So, well, anyway, if you guys are just joining us, we're talking with the CEO of Hot Watch, Shariq Hamid, who will be pitching at our SF New Tech event on December 11th at 119 Utah Street, the Mighty Nightclub, which twice a month we actually have people pitch. But this is going to be, as they say, quote unquote, the hot ticket for the item tonight. So that's why we're for that night, because that's why we're doing the Meet the Pitcher with Shariq here. But anyway, we won't go any further because we want people to come and see your pitch. But let's talk a little bit about the company and tell the SF New Tech audience a little bit about your company and how many employees, so on and so forth.
Sure. So our first patented product was called iCount, which we launched back in 2008. And iCount is a facial recognition software targeted towards movie cinema industry. It basically counts the number of people sitting in a movie theater, compares that number to the actual box office sales, and generate discrepancy reports with visual proof. So since 2008, we have installed iCount in all 6 continents. So we have presence all over the world. But at that time, we were only a software company. Back in 2011, we launched our second product. It's called Power USB, which is for power savings and more for power automation. In about 2 years, we have sold it to companies like Intel, NASA, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Raytheon, Rogers. So it has been pretty successful, and it gave us exposure in hardware and helped us build some distribution channels. And now with the introduction of Hot Watch, this is our third product, which is a purely consumer product, and we are hoping to go very wide with this product. we will be going in stores Q2 2014. We'll be shipping it to our backers next month. And then we have some other products lined up. We have several other patterns. One product being a dynamic glare block, which you will hear more about in 2014. It is a glare block which works with your eyes to only darken the spot which is hitting your eye, instead of having maybe a full sun visor in your car. So we have some other ideas, other products, other patterns pending as well. But we combined all these products, all these patterns into a new entity called PH Technical Labs late last year.
Yeah, that's good. So anyway, let's close off the interview, and thanks for your time. We want people to come out and see your pitch on December 11th. But so how can listeners get a hold of you and get to know more about the Hot Watch?
Well, many different ways to get hold of us. Email, they can email info@hotsmartwatch.com. For Facebook, they can go to facebook.com/hotsmartwatch. Twitter @hotsmartwatch. Website www.hotsmartwatch.com. Just remember Hot Smartwatch, and any social media they can get to us, or email and website.
Well, anyway, thanks for your time again. So that was Shariq Hamid, CEO of Hot Watch, set to enter the smartwatch market with a vengeance here. So thanks for joining us, everyone. This is Greg Vilora, aka Social Greg, for SF New Tech and the Nerd Soccer Media Network, where we believe in tech, startups, design, and you. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and be careful out there.
Thank you, Greg.